Shower thought. What have I been leading my life with? Starting these videos is always funny. I haven't hit a period yet where it's natural to just flow with the thoughts that I have on video, which is okay. That's a process in itself. This whole thing is actually a process in itself. This whole thing is very new for me because I have not been in a place where I document my life as much as I have in these past few months. Honestly, I think that's why it's been difficult to explain what's going on with me or answer simple questions like, what's going on with you? Like, what are you up to? Or even, what was your day like? I've realized, and I realized this when I was having the most trouble with it, that I haven't known how to answer that question. And yes, a lot of that has to do with me comparing what my answer would be to what it is that I've done to other people's answer of what it is that they've done. So I struggled with comparison. Just recently, I wrote in my journal, this pretty little thing. I wrote in here and I was like, the prompt was, in what ways is my definition of nothing misconstrued or misguided? I think it would be really nice to actually read what it is that I said. When I look back on these videos, that's gonna be really nice to see. My smile. Even amongst a situation, this is a situation or an event or an act. This is an act of documenting myself when I'm just I'm just being, and I'm just talking to me, which there's nothing wrong with. Oh, the little fuzz that I found. I've also found feathers. That doesn't. I'ma know it when I see it, bro. I'ma know it when I see it. I'ma know it when I see it. Come on, girl. 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 Find the You know, I could have prepared. What exactly it is that I wanted to say. I could have prepared what it was that I wanted to read. And then I remember, although whatever this ends up being may have an importance that I don't know the answer to. I don't know the truth of it. I don't know what it will be. I don't know the outcome of what this will be. Remembering that this is supposed to be for me, that means a lot to me at this moment. Thinking ahead of just something that in the past I would not add value to it. I would not add value to it. But also in the past, expression was so very limited. I see, you just never know how things will turn out. I didn't expect that to come out in this, but it did, and that's pretty beautiful too. And I still haven't found it. But that's okay. I found it. That's okay. Remembering that this is as much for me as it is for anybody else who I may end up resonating with. As I remember that value, I make more of these. This is my second one in one day. But it's to me, but it's also to everyone else because we're all connected, right? In a sense, we're all one. Remembering me, though, that's something. That's a beautiful thing for me because it represents progress. The progress of recognizing yourself. Oh, that means so much to me. That means so much to me. So much to me. Oh, man. I'm almost there with the finding. Oh, it was a question that I had from the day before. It was why. It was actually why is my definition of nothing misconstrued. This is what I said. The words nothing and different have a relationship with each other. So does nothing and anything. So does nothing and change. Nothing and action are opposed in my world. I was conditioned into thinking that doing nothing is bad and doing something is good, when truly it was pretending to do something that felt safe in a time that didn't feel very safe and more like survival. I'm not in survival anymore. Doing nothing has meant something. As simple as just being on your phone or just sitting around. Nothing is the response you give to your parents when they ask what you're doing. But it's truly never nothing. It's always something. Even if it's a little something. My nothing has always been something. Nothing has always been an action or doing of something. Measuring of that something, measuring the value of that something that you're doing, that I'm doing, has always been what dictates nothing or something. Or dictates nothing over something. I don't subscribe to it. I don't subscribe to judging the things that I do anymore in that manner. If I'm releasing the things that, no, if I'm relaxing, I'm relaxing. Sorry. When I journal, and I have pretty neat handwriting, but when I journal, I let it go. And this is, I still write pretty straight, but it's not always that legible, especially when I'm really feeling the feelings or the energy within that moment, the energy, when I'm pouring my energy into what it is that I write. If I am drawing, crocheting, writing, I'm doing that specific thing. When I say, what is that? I'm going to practice being specific. Working on just simply answering the question, what are you doing? What are you up to? Those what questions with something specific, as to not devalue what it is that I'm doing, because I'm always doing something, just like people. People are always in motion. Everything is always in motion. It's always something. And yes, things have an essence of nothing, of nothingness to them, but no. Like I said, I don't subscribe to that anymore. It's draining to subscribe to that. The nothing. Even if you say nothing as a way to avoid giving something, explaining something, explaining your something. Perhaps practicing explaining what that something is, your specific, is something important. After all, you are important. Because the little things that I do, even the little things that I do aren't nothing. They are something. Nothing or not. The most efficient thing. Nothing. Your definition of nothing can be misguided, and when you get told you aren't doing anything, for example, to change, no shade. This is just straight up truth. It means that the way you are going about it, especially if you care to improve, is not efficient. It's not efficient. It wasn't efficient. It takes a lot to just accept that for what it is. Just like it takes a hell of a lot to actually change. To actually fucking change. And we know that time is an infinite thing. Time is a spiral. And people live in different timelines, and the duration of the time that it takes for people to change will be different for everyone. And it's unique to you. So, what does that mean? Well, it means whatever the hell it's gonna mean for you. It means whatever the hell it's gonna mean for you. What are you doing? What are you doing? And there's an answer for that. There's an answer for whatever it is that you're doing, and you may not know the answer. What is the? answer. Maybe there's an answer in the answer that you've given. Maybe that answer is a step within the path to travel to whatever is your answer and whatever is your change, because that's how we got on this topic. Continuing. I'm glad that I've defined some things that I've had interesting perspectives or conflicting perspectives about. And that's where I'll end that. That's where I'll end that. I'm gonna start making more of these. This was honestly a breakthrough for me, if anything. Like, literally all of my videos have been, in a sense. A breakthrough and a reminder, because it tugged at my heartstrings. A reminder to remember. Remember what we started this for. And although the goals or whatever the fuck transpires may adjust to the situation, may adapt to whatever the situation will be. And yes, I talk in circles for the viewers, if any. Yes, I do that. And yes, I forget where I'm at. That's it.